Alright. Pokemon Emerald time. And gonna have to ask a very special favor. It's been a favor I've been trying to do for like a week now, but my other recording software is completely fucked right now. So I'm really just using Camtasia as a stand-in. So if there's anything wrong with the quality of this video, blame Camtasia. But I just really want to make the thumbnail like a picture of Corrin from Fire Emblem Fates and their stupid faces crossed out. Cause when I tried to record a Game Dev Tycoon part, that was gonna be the second part, it just stopped fucking working, and I'm really upset. The recording software just stopped working for some reason, and I was like, it sucks ass. And I was going off about how much I really hate Corrin, because I do. Corrin's a little piece of shit. Like, they have no personality, no joke. This little white-haired dipshit. There's no personality. People follow him for some reason. No joke. Yeah, I can just psychic. We can do Mirage Tower pretty easily. But I just hate Corrin. And I was so excited to make a thumbnail where I was just pissing on Corrin. I hate Mirage Tower. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Probably gonna have Anna evolve before I get out of this piece of shit place. Okay. But yeah, I just want to get angry about Corrin. I don't know if I have the energy to right now, though. Corrin's a little bitch, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I'm not an overly bitter person. If I don't have hate in my heart at the moment, I can't really go off. Oh, that's the root fossil, that's the claw fossil, it doesn't really matter, so I'm just gonna close my eyes. And whatever I got before Sandshrew, okay, so claw fossil. I always take the root fossil, so I guess it's fine if I take the claw fossil. It don't matter. Fuck all these wild encounters. Oh, come on. Come on, dude. That is so undude of you. Fuck. Alright, we're just gonna go to the old lady's house. Heal up. Like, Fire Emblem Fates is a travesty, man. I guess this is the topic of the day. Because I did 2 parts of Fire Emblem and I haven't done one since. So I guess we're gonna talk about Fire Emblem here. Talk about how Fates is one of the biggest wastes of money I've ever indulged in. I want you all to know, like, before I got Fates, I had only been a Fire Emblem fan for about a year. So when Fates came out, I was a pretty young Fire Emblem fan. That was I think it came out in Japan in like May 2015 or June. So I was excited as hell. I was hearing like a few people say, oh, it's better than Awakening, and I was like, oh wow, Awakening was such a game though. It was so game, dude. And I was like so excited because this was gonna be my first Fire Emblem game as a new Fire Emblem fan. Like, I was so excited for this game that I started collecting the Fire Emblem amiibos, and now I literally have every single one of them, except the female Corrin amiibo. So that I had some dedication, and I'm still kind of dedicated to this, though I don't know, do I really need the female Corrin amiibo? Like, do I really? I don't know. kind of want Callie and Marie from Splatoon more. But when Fates came out, I was so excited for it. I spent all my money, like over $100 of like money I got from like Christmas, and I spent it all on Fire Emblem Fates, along with not I bought Conquest, then I got the DLC. I got Birthright, I got Revelations, I got all the DLC packs, which were like $50. That's like $130 for this game. And I didn't even get like a special edition. That was just for the base game with DLC. $130 for a 3DS game. And I had such intense buyer's remorse that I would do anything to make the game seem good. Like, I should have figured the game was pretty shit when I was trying to do like second playthroughs of the game, and I just had to skip the story because I could not be damned to give a single shit about any character involved. Not a single character was like decent or tolerable. I mean, there are a couple that I can handle, but not a lot. There's a lot of garbage to filter through to find the minimal good that Fates has, which is Soleil, Oboro. That's pretty much it. That's about it. That's all I got. But like, holy shit. I had such intense buyer's remorse that people making fun of Fates made me uncomfortable. Because I had spent so much of my money that it had to be good. Otherwise, I'm a fucking moron. And you know what? In hindsight, I'm a fucking moron. The game's been out for, like, well over 6 months when it came out. But I was so determined to not spoil myself. And then I just fucked myself. The game ended up being ass. Fates is a travesty. And I spent 400 hours in the game. 400! Most people don't spend 400 hours in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That game's huge. And I spent 400 hours playing Fire Emblem Fates 3 times for each different story mode. What are the difficulties? A normal playthrough, a hard playthrough, and a lunatic playthrough. I played through lunatic in Fire Emblem Fates. You know what you have to do to beat lunatic in Fire Emblem Fates? You have to grind. And if you have Conquest on lunatic, you're fucked because you can't grind. So you have to buy the DLC that lets you grind. And if you don't have the DLC, you're fucked. I am getting super passionate about this, but I don't think I've ever made a more poor decision with my money, ever. Besides maybe buying the Fire Emblem Echoes DLC, because I never ended up playing them, because when I was done with Echoes, I had like 40 hours. I was like, oh wow, that was a really good game. I'm done though. Like, God, Fire Emblem Fates, man. What a fucking travesty. It could have been so good. It promised things that other Fire Emblem games didn't have. It had like the dueling kingdoms, and you had like the choice, which is basically an illusion of choice, because within the games, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 other choices you actually make within the story that matter. At the very least, its choice system is less shallow than Awakening. But it's not much better, because really, it's just an excuse to make you pay $80 for what could have easily just been one big package. Like, I don't know, man. they could have easily, like, I guess the 3DS doesn't have a lot of cartridge space, but I still feel like they could have made the attempt to put it on one cartridge and have that choice at the beginning to determine your path, and not just, did you spend money on this shit? Whew. Fire Emblem Fates, man. Don't even get me started on my Fire Emblem Heroes rant. And how gacha is the worst thing I've ever taken a part of. It's a good thing I'm like smart with my money. And that's not to say anyone who gets caught up in the gacha is stupid. But I'm not necessarily smart about my money, I'm just resilient. I have the resilience to save it. I know plenty of people who would probably want to save their money, but they get so into this gacha stuff that they can't help it. And it's like considered like a real addiction, 'cause it is gambling. It's gambling, which sucks. And people will say, okay, but it's just rolling for JPEGs, dude. It's not that serious. It is, dude. Real gambling, you're spending paper to try and get more paper, but you're likely to lose all your paper. So it doesn't really work. The Fire Emblem has an established brand and an established cast of characters. While I can't say I know exactly why people get into a lot of other gacha games, I know for Fire Emblem it would be the diverse cast. There's a lot of Fire Emblem characters, and even if you don't like the series, I've had a couple of people say, okay, I actually think this character's alright. I don't understand stuff like Love Live, because I couldn't tell you any of the characters' personalities. They all just look the same to me. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. It scares me. We'll just not go into that. But it makes sense that people would want to play as their favorite characters across several games. Fire Emblem is a series with 15 main games and 2 spin-offs. That is 17 games. And I guess I included Heroes in that 17, but besides Heroes, there are 16 games to pull characters from. It spans all kinds of game generations. It goes all the way back to like 1990. If you ever want to know why Fire Emblem has such a big presence in Smash Brothers, first of all, it's easy to make them because a lot of them are just clones of Marth. But also, it's because Fire Emblem is like a big franchise now, as well as an old and established one. Fire Emblem is older than I am by 10 years. It is 28 years old, and it's just getting popular now, so Nintendo's gonna capitalize on that popularity. Awakening basically made Fire Emblem not die, and that's for better or for worse. It depends on who you ask. I can see both sides. Heroes just gets you into it with all these characters, whether they're from games you like, games you hate. You always got that one character you want, and sometimes when your character gets that alt, you just want to be like, oh my god, I want to get the fucking Easter Bunny, Roy. I want to get Roy dressed as Santa Claus. I want Naverne. I want Naverne dressed as Jason from Friday the 13th. People like these characters, so they want to get them. They want to get all their iterations. And that's how it happens. That's how they get you. They know you. They know people like the characters. In fact, I think last time I checked the App Store for Fire Emblem Heroes, it was the #1, like, simulation or something. I don't remember. Strategy simulation. It was some shit. But that speaks a lot. Like, Awakening might have kickstarted the whole Fire Emblem being popular thing. But Heroes brought these characters to everybody's attention. And now nobody can escape Fire Emblem. It's everywhere now. Like, Heroes is actually Nintendo's most successful app. Well, that's not true. Pokemon Go still makes a lot of money, but you don't really hear about Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is considered a trend. Fire Emblem Heroes is not a trend. If it was a trend, it would have died off by now. Fire Emblem Heroes is over a year old. Fire Emblem Heroes is older than this series, which I have been doing since March of last year. And it keeps going because they get people in with the gambling aspects. They get them in with the characters that they love. And then you get fucked out of your wallet. Your money's gone. It's all over. You gave in to the gacha. And it sucks. I just went on a very serious rant about Heroes. I said don't even get me started on Heroes. That's why. You don't want to get me started. But that's how it is sometimes. Whew. Are we done here? Am I good on this? Can I end the episode? Can I just end the episode like that with me getting real heated? Well, no. Cause we got Anna evolving. Oh fuck. Finally she's the big ballerina. I mean, I guess she's not really a ballerina when she's Gardevoir. But here it is. The Pokemon you should never Google. Kids, if you're watching this, don't Google Gardevoir. I know it's tempting now that I've said it, but trust me, there's a big reason people say not to Google Gardevoir. But goddamn, that's special attack. And that special defense, too, is not bad either. Not very bulky in any way. Barely got any more HP than Gex, and Gex not even fully evolved. But, Sly Cooper, he's got an item. That sneaky thief boy. Who'd you steal the super potion from, huh? You little rascal. I think that's all. That's all the trainers in the desert. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward to Petalburg, because otherwise we're gonna be here for like another 10 minutes, and we don't need that. We don't need that in our lives. I guess Beefy Boy's the next Pokemon I gotta evolve. Okay, Baltoy, you are a fucking moron. You just tried to set off a tiny ass explosion like a fucking, like, it was nothing. That's like an explosion that, I don't know, what's a weak explosion? Like maybe a little shock? That's not really an explosion though. I don't know. Basically, he just tried to explode some dynamite on King Kong. That's what I'm going with. I'm pretty sure dynamite wouldn't work on King Kong, but if it does, let me know, all the King Kong lore fans, so I can improve my King Kong lore, my resume of King Kong lore. I'd like to be a King Kong lore master. King Kong's the monkey, right? I don't know. Is it? Because now I'm thinking about the map from TF2, but that's not King Kong. King Kong's the monkey. Yeah, Godzilla's the lizard, King Kong is the monkey. That sounds right, so I'm sticking with it. All right, that was today's Pokemon. Goodbye.